Hi, I look like fucking butt cheeks, but I overslept and I was supposed to dye my hair yesterday, the day before my birthday. Today's my birthday, December 6th. I'm 23, and I'm actually having a pretty good day, you know. Yeah, I am just kind of a, you know, not the best time management person. I have decided upon myself. But yeah, as you can see, this is still my hair. It's got not a little bit lighter, but it's not as brassy as it used to be, but it's still very yellow. I got my dye here. I was gonna show you me mixing it. It's a lot more pink than purple. On camera on camera it's a lot more pink, but in person it's a lot more purple. The colors that I mixed are the Ion Color Brilliance, Radiant Orchid Intensive Shine, and the Hottie Pink. I mixed these two together. Obviously I should have like 6 of these, but I only bought 4, and then I mixed the rest with my $4 conditioner and then my luminous hair mask, because I'm gonna leave this in for like an hour because I'm pretty sure my hair is just like ready for color to be deposited. But I just like leaving things in longer than they should be, in all honesty, because I think I never read the instructions. Also, I completely recommend these because, okay, my voice is gonna go up and down because I'm gonna forget that I'm supposed to talk louder because there's a lot of noises going on in my house, and actually my phone mic picks up all of the noises, not just my voice. But yeah, so the more hair you have, the more dye you should use, basically. The less hair you have, the less dye you should use. Like, I've seen like people use like a full I think I'm gonna start from the top. They use like a full thing of they basically use like this much hair dye, and they have like this much hair, and I'm like, you're wasting hair dye. Again, I know I like mentioned her a lot in my videos, but Sydney11, she mixed a big old thing of dye and she has a lot less hair than I do. I'm hoping this comes out okay. I think it might turn out a lot more pink than I think it is, which honestly I'm fine with, because then I can go, I don't know why, and okay, before I get into like talking just about random shit, because that's what I always do, I wanted to talk about everything I've done that I've regretted, and I only have like 2 really big regrets, and so let me talk about those first. Also, I'm not sectioning my hair. It's my birthday. I don't want to spend forever sectioning, so this is what you're getting. Well, this is what I'm getting because I'm the dumbass who's gonna have probably spottage, but honestly it's fine. I'm literally just gonna like flip it over to get the backside. Oh, that went right on my shirt and not on my hair. What am I saying? Oh yes, so things that I regret. The big one is gonna be that I lost my opportunity to go to a college up north in Boston because it's like a scholarship committee thing, and you go through rounds of interviews, and you don't get to pick the university. You either pick from 2 Texas universities. I'm pretty sure some of you know this is. I'm not gonna name it because I'm gonna talk about later in the videos. I actually have 2 college videos I want to plan out that I will be doing sometime this month. Yeah, so you go through rounds and stuff like that, and then you do like group interviews, and then the group gets smaller, you know. It's like by elimination rounds, basically, kind of. And so I had made it to the 3rd and final round, but at this time when I was a senior, my depression really got the hold of me. Like, that bitch had me in a chokehold. Like, I was like mentally in a not good state at all. I was miserable. I was crying every day. University, I was holding on in high school for like just 1 more semester, because I knew that once I would go to university I would be a lot more happier. There was a lot of things going on with my family, you know. I was just really like, basically, what I talk about this in therapy, and I don't know why, like I think like, oh yeah, everybody knows what I talk about in therapy. No bitch, no one's in the therapist room with me except for myself. That sometimes my my depression, and usually it's my anxiety. It's my anxiety that really just has a fucking chokehold on me, and I can't do anything. I will lay in bed for literally 12 hours and I won't shower, I won't eat. I am just thinking about how I'm a horrible person, how I've done everything wrong, how I push people away and whatever. And it was just really, really bad at that point. And so I didn't get it, basically. And then one of the people that I knew in high school, she was like a really good friend, but obviously we don't talk anymore. But she's a really good person. I totally appreciate her. I didn't get it. And I was really bitter that the girl that I had known gotten it. I was like furious, and she's like, I didn't want to tell you because I knew you'd be mad or whatever. But I realized now, like reflecting on that, like she worked her ass off to get where she was and to get that paper. Like if anybody deserved it, she did. Like she really like worked hard for her classes and her grades and stuff, you know. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, like, you know, it feels like an attack on your ego when you're like freaking barely turned 17, 18. It doesn't feel good. It feels like you are really shitty. It makes you feel like you're not worthy, you know. And obviously, like everybody in my family, even the college advisor, like my mom was upset, my stepmom, the college advisor, they were like, are you serious? They're like, we're gonna write a letter. And I was like, don't. Like it was literally my fault. And it was I forgot what it was, like a Boston University. It was like, and it was like an all-girls school. It was like they admit guys, but it was mostly like you had to wear a uniform and stuff like that. Like it was really weird. And so I don't think I needed this much. Oh, you know what? I mixed in a lot of conditioner. Yeah, I mixed in a lot of conditioner with my dye because there's not a lot of dye. And so what had happened is that I'll tell you about like the last issue. In the last round, you had to work with the other people who are like candidates to go to the other colleges. I mean, to go to that college that you were picked for. Because you had to pick. So once you get to the second round, you and you pass usually. They give you a little paper and you write down the colleges, and they only have like 6 colleges that you can go that you'll get all tuition paid for. That was what the scholarship was for. You get all tuition paid for. And the reason why I really wanted to go to this university is that if you couldn't afford 90% of the tuition and you were below a certain poverty threshold, all your tuition would be paid, not including books. So that means I could have got a room and board, dining plan for free, and you get it for all 4 years. So that means I wouldn't have to worry about all that. I mean, obviously I would still be working and stuff, but that was a dream, you know. Like I wouldn't have to worry about it. And I was so cocky in high school too. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna get all these scholarships or whatever. I didn't. There was like the Texas Rodeo Scholarship. It's like, well, it's like the Houston Rodeo Scholarship that you can apply for, and high school students get. A couple people I knew also got that one. There's the Jones Foundation one that I could have applied for and I could have gotten, but I procrastinated on that. I don't know why. I was just like, I just thought I was the shit, and obviously I wasn't, because I didn't really get any scholarships until I came to college, which obviously isn't bad. I know there's a lot of people like me who you're either middle class, or it's just difficult. I'll say that. College is very hard, regardless of whether you are in a positive mental state or not, because it's soul sucking, it's life draining, because you're around so many different people, you're around a brand new environment, everybody's different. Some people are just straight up flexing, some people are doing the minimal amount of work and are still getting good grades, you know, or they're like begging professors to extend the deadline for them. College is it's also very frustrating. It's a system that does not really help students who are in financial need, you know. It's really rough. The second thing, yeah, so that's what I was thinking about yesterday. I was like, wow, like if I had gone to the university, if I had actually gotten the scholarship, I would have not been with John. I would have been a completely different person. I wouldn't have experienced these things. I wouldn't have grown in the way that I did over here. Who knows, I could have killed myself out there, you know. Like I don't know what would have happened had I not stayed in Texas and gone to university here. yeah, so what else I want to talk? Oh yeah, so my biggest second regret is that I tried to study abroad with no proper planning, and I tried to go out of country for that, and I wasted a lot of money getting a passport, and then I lost my birth certificate because I'm stupid. Not that I'm stupid, but it's just like, I am a dummy. I don't plan things properly. I'm a Sagittarius, which means I like to do things on impulse, which means no planning. And sometimes the world doesn't work in that way. You study abroad is one of the things. My teeth kind of look yellow. Study abroad is one of those things that you really need to plan out way ahead of time, like a semester ahead, and if possible longer, because the scholarships are competitive. Depending on your program, you're not guaranteed a scholarship. It's a lot of factors that you're not thinking of when you want to do something on impulse. And so ultimately that was my downfall. And now I owe $5,000 extra to my university when I originally had owed only $100. And so that's something that not necessarily that I hate myself for, but something that I wish I had planned out better. You know, because now I'm just boo-boo the fool. I haven't been able, I can't graduate yet until I do my internship. And I can't do my internship until I pay off my university bill, which sucks. You're either super broke paying off your bill, and I'm getting, Chipotle has tuition reimbursement, but you have to pay off a certain amount in order to receive the tuition reimbursement, and so I was able to pay off a little bit, and so I'm gonna be working on getting that right in a little bit. Well, tomorrow. I was supposed to do some stuff today, but I was like, it's my birthday. I don't have to do anything that's not fun or that's not gonna put me in a good mindset, you know, because I feel like it would just not make me think about negative things, but it made me think about how still I have some immaturities to work through, because definitely obviously we're all still growing. I don't know, I just feel like that's something that I definitely should have put more thought into, you know, instead of just try to do on a whim. Some things you can, some things you don't. College is definitely not one of them. Yeah, I feel like a big stupid dummy. But some things that I have learned in my time of being a young adult. I'm still a young adult. I won't be an actual adult until I'm 25, which is crazy. Is that, what the fuck am I saying? Here's some life lessons for me. Not everybody is gonna like you, and that's totally fine. Yeah, it may hurt your self-esteem, especially if you're a teenager, because you know you want everybody to like you, which is it's a very childish thing also to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna expect everybody to like me and appreciate me, all that stuff. Some people are just very self-centered and they don't see the good in everybody also. And you know, what do you need those people in your life for also, if they're not gonna appreciate you for who you are and stuff like that. Another thing is that this is more for like teenagers, but also for young adults. Especially if it's like your first job or whatever, you have a voice. Don't let coworkers bully you, because I've had situations where I could have spoken up and I didn't, because I didn't know that I had a voice, you know. Most of the times, managers don't really care enough to like investigate or whatever, but actions have consequences. And especially in a work environment, you're supposed to be professional. You're supposed to be cordial with everybody. Obviously, some people don't get the memo. You know. What else? Don't try to force yourself to be something you're not. I in high school I invaded friend groups because I was really lonely. And those people are all friends with each other, but not me. Which obviously is fine, you know. Sometimes you just have to let things go, which I had to, you know. they weren't checking up on me. I'm not in any of their photos. Obviously I'm not in Houston either, so it's no bad ill will to them. But yeah, don't try to make yourself fit in with other things. You can make friends literally anywhere. Even it being online too, it is so much more easier to make friends online than ever, and you guys can meet up and stuff. Like, I've seen so many success stories of like this guy who, you know, they were on Xbox Live and he went to his wedding. You know, it's little things like that that you don't really have to worry about. Not that you have to worry about, but in high school, really, you're there for school. You know, obviously sometimes you'll keep those friends, but don't let it kill you that you don't have friends, you know, because they'll come along. You know what I mean? Like with college, with work and stuff like that, you'll find the people who matter to you. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna put my hair up and I'll see you guys when I get out of the shower.